Hey fellow Force users and fellow dragons, what is up? It's Jasmine, the AhsokaTanoFan, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, it's time for the second episode of House of the Dragon. I've got my little dragon necklace on here. I'm definitely into the series so far. I think episode 1 was great. I love that it just got right to the point and set the story up nicely. We were introduced to a lot of characters, mainly Princess Rhaenyra, who by the end of the episode was named heir to the throne. We know that her father, King Viserys, who currently sits on the throne, has some sort of infection going on, so we can presume that he probably won't be around much longer, unfortunately. Rhaenyra will become queen probably soon. Actually, one thing I realized about her too, I think she's the person that is narrating in the beginning of episode 1, but she sounds older, so I assume that we'll see many years go by and see an older version of Rhaenyra. She did say something about my father in the beginning of episode 1. And then of course we have Daemon, her uncle, who's obviously ambitious to say the least, and no doubt wants the throne for himself. Lots went on last episode. The birth scene, I'm still not over that scene, to be honest. That was definitely disturbing. So yeah, I don't want to speculate too much, guys. Let's fly into episode 2 and see what's in store for us. That was kind of corny, but also kind of brilliant, right? Fly in. Get it? Oh my gosh. We're seeing the full theme here. That's crazy. So it's exactly like Game of Thrones, the music, but just a different visuals. So much blood. I guess in this case, the blood obviously could symbolize violence, but also symbolizes blood as in family, right? And this is about the Targaryen family. So it's very poetic. That's epic. But also a part of me is kind of wondering if they could have had a different theme song. I don't know. But I love the Game of Thrones theme song too. Oh, that looks so real. Are those zombies? Oh no. They're eating them alive. Oh my gosh.
But he was ill for some time. He passed in peace, I hope.
Looks mad.
Have now been lost. I want to know what is to be done about my ships and my men.
The crown will compensate you for your ship and crew, and
He cares about the men he lost.
I want to seize the stepstones by force and burn out this crab feeder.
Oh, that's the crab feeder. They mentioned him in the first episode.
the losses would be incalculable.
What reason does the crab feeder have to fear us?
I love how Rhaenyra's in the back just kind of listening, you know? Like she's pouring everyone's drinks, but she's learning valuable information.
A seat at the king's table does not make you his equal.
Who is he speaking on behalf of? The king or himself?
The stepstones will be settled.
So she's kind of getting a sense of what it's going to be like for her.
Have Dragon Rider's father.
Ah, yes. I love that she is giving him advice.
It isn't that simple.
Maybe it is.
Why don't you take the princess to see about the new King's Guard posting, Lord Commander?
Let her go on the dragon, man.
This knight will protect you as well.
She doesn't look happy about that. I think that was a pretty good idea, to be honest. Oh, she wants her spot.
8 and 10.
Do any of these knights have combat experience? Beyond capturing poachers.
She gets right to the point.
Sir Kristen Cole.
Wait, is this the same guy that she saw, her and her friends saw at the tournament? Yeah, I think so. Right?
You saw combat in the Stormlands.
Cornish marches, princess.
It's kind of cute, I'm not gonna lie.
I choose Sir Kristen Cole.
Let's not be too...
That was quick.
My father should be defended by a man who's known real combat. Well, let us plan Sir Kristen's investiture then.
I love how quick she is at making decisions. It's definitely not me. I'm very indecisive sometimes.
Closest to the source of their magic and power. And this was the Enoglion.
He's talking to her? Oh. I thought he was talking to Rhaenyra.
The glory of old Valyria will never be seen again.
Oh, it broke. That's some foreshadowing there. Does he? I'm kind of like, is there something between them? But that would be kind of weird. But the way she kind of looked at him, I don't know.
It will take time.
Is it because of her mom?
Did when I lost
Yeah, because she's obviously still grieving.
I wish she would approach me.
What if you went to her?
There are times when I would rather face the Black Dread himself than mine own.
That's so cute. Don't kill me. It's too funny.
You do have such an easy way about you, Your Grace.
You do not mention.
Does she like him?
Do you?
I feel like she kind of does.
I fear that she wouldn't understand them.
No.
She definitely would not.
Yes, it's my
Oh, half a year.
And already they tried to marry my father off and replace me as heir.
What if your father were to remarry?
Does she know? Maybe not.
This is a way to be with my mother. Here in the quiet of the steppes.
Is it the Sept of Baelor? The one that Cersei...
If not for me, then
Is she gonna do something with the fire? I feel so bad for her. You can tell she's really hurting. Oh.
when I wish to talk with him,
Just trying to tell her to talk to her
I
dad.
must make the effort.
But I think that's why they're so close, because they can kind of like talk to each other in ways where, you know, other people wouldn't understand them, like being young girls in this type of world.
Might I speak plainly, Your Grace? I fear that the eyes of our enemies are presently fixed on the Red Keep. Foreign power has established a colony in our most critical shipping lane.
Not wrong.
To elude a storm, you can either sail into it or around it. But you must never await its coming. Wed our daughter Lena.
Read their daughter. Oh man. He looks very uneasy with that.
You could not ask for a stronger match than Lena.
Have we seen Lena yet? Is she drinking wine too? That's funny. 15-year-old drinking wine. I guess everybody drank wine back then.
I loved your mother.
Oh.
As did I.
Sir Harold provided a fine field of tawny knights.
Oh?
Today at small council.
Paid no mind. You will learn.
But wasn't she kind of right though? Or maybe I just want to see more dragons. Are those maggots? Ugh. Oh, it's gangrenous. Wow, he's having bad luck. I wonder if that hurts.
The Lady Lena. To combine the strength of our houses. What is your advice, dear Otto?
The Lady Lena is young.
A match with their daughter would go a long way towards uniting the two great Valyrian houses.
I do fear what Rhaenyra might think.
So their daughter is probably Rhaenyra's age, isn't she?
Her father must propagate the royal line.
I dearly loved my own lady wife.
I wonder if there's more to that story, like how his wife died. Because they're bringing it up quite a bit. Maybe not, though. I don't know. Is that his daughter? Oh. Oh my god. Oh, hell no. Hell no.
What was it like flying the Black Dread?
Oh my gosh. There's gotta be another way.
But Vhagar still lives, but too large for the dragon pit.
No, this is not it. We did see her at the tournament.
It would be a great honor to join our houses. I would give you many.
Oh my gosh. Girl, you are a child. Talking about giving him children.
Is that what your father told you to say?
He's not gonna do it, I don't think.
But I wouldn't have to bed you until I turned 14.
She knows something's up, Rhaenyra. She's sketchy.
It bothers you, does it not?
She always looks like she has something to say, something's on her mind, but she doesn't say it.
Father will remarry, sooner than late. Will produce new heirs, and when that boy comes of age and your father has passed, the men of the realm will expect him to be heir. not you.
When I'm queen, I will create a new order.
But the men of the realm already had their opportunity to appoint a ruling queen, and they denied it.
A queen who never was.
Oh shoot,
But
the
they
shade.
bent the knee to me and called me heir to the throne.
Do you remind your father's men of that as you carry their cups? Here is the hard truth.
You'll never be queen?
Men would sooner put the realm to the torch than see a woman ascend the Iron Throne.
Be careful though, because if she becomes queen, then you might be on her radar.
Seems the realm wants for a new queen.
Good and kind queen would have comforted.
Would he ever consider marrying this girl? 'Cause I feel like they're very close.
Does the small council have a particular lady in mind?
The Lady Lena.
A very strong match, Your Grace.
You know you don't believe that. She always does that with her nails, when she's nervous.
I brought you something.
Something to remind him of his wife, maybe? Oh, the dragon. She fixed it.
I asked the stonemasons to mend it.
I feel like that's kind of symbolic in a way. Like they're a family that may fall apart, but then come back together again.
Your Grace, I've called the small council to an emergency session.
What happened? Doesn't sound too good.
It is the pleasure of Daemon Targaryen, the Prince of Dragons,
Oh, crap.
to take a second wife. Her Grace is with child, to have a dragon's egg placed in the babes.
Damn, he's just a savage.
Lady Missaria.
We believe
Daemon's Hall.
Oh, that's the girl.
What do you have me do? Send him to the wall.
The wall?
Scorio dromon Daemon Leitas.
Mm-mm.
Go to Dragonstone and drag Daemon back. Just
Let me go to Dragonstone.
Well, he could definitely die here.
Will you see the king tonight?
If you wish it.
So she only visits the king because he wants her to? So does she not really like the king? I'm confused about that. This is not gonna end well. Man, he might just kill these guys. Might burn them up or something. Are those his men there? Damn. Got the egg right there.
Where's the king? I don't see him.
His Grace would never lower himself to entertain such a mummer's farce.
Man, the shade.
Sir Kristen Cole, my prince.
Ah, yes, apologies. I couldn't recall.
Perhaps my prince recalls when I knocked him off his horse.
Yo, they're talking shit to each other. Hope it doesn't kill him though.
You've come for the egg. Here it is.
Oh, that's a threat for sure.
Is to declare war against your king.
Wonderful.
He doesn't give a fuck. Mm-mm. Does he have the dragon there? I bet you he does. Ah. Well, I did say he's gonna burn them all up. But like even the setting is perfect for the dragon because it's got a lot of fog in the background. You know, so I kind of almost expected a dragon to come out of nowhere, you know? Oh, there's another one there. Am I right? It's gonna come out of the fog? Yeah. Oh shit! That's Rhaenyra! That's so epic, man. I'm not sure that bridge is gonna hold with all that weight on it. What a statement.
Kristen, please escort the princess to safety.
She doesn't need that. She can't even be burnt.
She's rather protective of me.
She looks like she's had enough.
If you wish,
Oh, she's gonna say kill me?
so do it.
He's thinking about it. Nice catch. And this scene is just showing that she needs to be queen. A small council, they can't do anything. You can't talk down to a Targaryen. You need another Targaryen to face the Targaryen. She just saved the day. Does he have another egg, I wonder? She's not too happy. She didn't know that?
On the morrow.
That I was with child.
She's not pregnant.
Wear it.
You are Targaryen. You can afford to play your stupid games with the king, but I cannot.
Is she breaking up with him?
I came to you to be liberated.
From what?
Fear.
You didn't have a comeback to that. Is it Alicent again? Oh no.
No, please, Lord Lionel.
I have felt Corlys Balarian staring at me.
Mm-hmm.
She is the eldest daughter of the wealthiest house in the realm.
So it sounds like he wants him to marry her.
What's Stannis like?
She is 12.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I fear nothing short of a direct line to the Iron Throne will satisfy him.
I was gonna say, I wonder if he has his own agenda to take the throne, you know?
You should wed Lena Velaryon. Save Lord Corlys and fix him at your side.
Is he gonna walk in now? Oh no.
The princess has returned from Dragonstone.
He didn't know she was going, did he?
You fled King's Landing without a word. You are my only heir. You could have been killed.
Is that all he cares about?
And retrieve the egg without bloodshed. A feat I'm not sure Sir Otto could have accomplished alone.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes forget how alike you both were.
Oh, the mother?
Your mother's absence is a wound that will never heal.
It pleases me to know that I'm not alone in my grief.
Oh.
I could never replace your mother. No more than I intend to replace you as heir.
Wait, did he just say he's going to replace her?
By marrying again, I may begin to ensure that we are better defended.
Is this the wedding? Maybe not. Is he kind of speaking to his wife? Emma?
I have decided to take a new wife.
Is it going to be his daughter? I can't tell the way he's announcing it. Maybe not. Alicent? That'd be a mix-up. It's not going to be the daughter, I don't think.
I intend to marry.
Because he's hesitating so much. Alicent.
The Lady Alicent.
I was right. Shoot. That. Oh. That's a mix-up.
This is an absurdity.
Oh, man.
And I am your king.
He's like, know your place. Man. So I wonder, did Otto have something to do with that? Like influencing that? And now she doesn't even want to look at Rhaenyra. Oh ho ho ho. She looks so hurt. Oh, she can't handle it. Yeah, I don't blame her. I feel like Otto has another plan for sure. I feel like he's just trying to get himself closer to the throne.
House Valarion's origins reach back to old...
Who's he speaking to?
More ancient even than House Targaryen.
Is that the crab feeder? He had seashells in the background.
I've always thought of you and I as having been made from the same cloth.
Is it going to be someone we've seen before, though? Oh, it's Daemon.
You've heard of the troubles in the Stepstones?
Oh my god.
To send my navy into the territory. But he's denied me. Powerful entities within the Free Cities who wish to see Westeros weakened.
Oh my gosh.
Feasts and balls and tourneys.
I will speak with my brother as I wish. You will not.
Oh. He's still defensive of his brother.
Our worth is not given.
It's earned?
It must be made.
This guy looks messed up. Oh man, maybe that guy is the show's Ramsay. Okay, that was really good. It was really messed up, but really good. So much to break down there. So first of all, the king deciding to marry Alicent. That's pretty messed up. Although, not more messed up than wanting to marry the 12-year-old girl. He actually strikes me, the king, as someone that makes more emotional decisions rather than decisions in keeping with tradition, because he was advised by several people in the episode that it'd be the wisest thing for the realm to marry Lena, I think was her name, the 12-year-old. But then he didn't. He decided to go with Alicent, who is a little bit older, although still young. He strikes me as someone that kind of isn't as much concerned with tradition, but more concerned with what feels right. And I guess that's why he went with her, and the same reason why he named Rhaenyra heir to the throne, even though it should have been Daemon. On one hand, that's actually why I like the king. On the other hand, though, I think that could be his undoing ultimately. Daemon did warn him in the first episode that the council sees him as weak. Maybe this is why he's not 100% thinking of what's best for the realm. I don't know. Yeah, so we'll have to see how that all plays out. The scenes between Alicent and the king this episode kind of foreshadowed that ending there, that he was going to pick her. We saw that the dragon dropped and she had it repaired. So in a way you could look at that as being symbolic. The house was almost on the brink of collapse because he was trying to figure out his line of succession. His wife just passed, and now Alicent is the one that's going to make that better by remarrying him. Or the dragon breaking could also be symbolic of the fact that families will break apart but could always come back together when put together by the right person. So in that case, the stonemaesters, I think they were called, are the ones that put it back together. So who is the right person to put the family back together? I don't know. Is it Alicent in this case because she's saving the succession? Or is it Rhaenyra? We saw what she did in the episode. She went to Dragonstone to confront Daemon herself. She really did save the day. There's no way that Otto could have accomplished that himself. And I think that also ties into what she's been saying. She wants her father to see her as more than just his daughter. A scene like that is kind of a good example. She accomplished so much, but I think still her value is often overlooked. Even in the council chamber, she gave a lot of good insights. She may be in the background, but she's definitely listening and observing what goes on in the council. So she's getting a lot of experience that way, even though she's not physically sitting on the throne yet. She makes a lot of good decisions, even though they might be perceived as a little bit reckless. Even when she was choosing the next member of the Kingsguard, she went with the man that she knew had actual experience. She kind of is able to think rationally, not just in terms of what's been done before. So I do like that about Rhaenyra a lot. We just have to see what happens going forward. Is she going to be able to sit on the throne one day, or is she going to be overlooked? I really did like the scenes between Rhaenyra and Alicent, as well as Rhaenyra and the king. The ones where they were kind of talking about grief and their emotions. It definitely kind of helps to humanize these characters more. It's kind of nice to see them take the time to grieve. Even when Rhaenyra was talking to her dad, he said something about her mom. I forgot how much the two of you were alike, and he talked about how he really loved her. During that moment, you don't see a king and a princess, or a king and his subject. You see a father and a daughter. I like that the show has those tender moments as well, those more emotional moments. I definitely feel like there's a lot of heavy emphasis on tradition this episode. You have Rhaenys, I think her name is Rhaenys, and Corlys, Lord Corlys. They thought that it might be the best for their families by having the king wed their daughter. Talked about how he has an obligation to remarry and whatnot. And there's this constant conflict between, do you go with tradition or what feels right? And as I mentioned before, the king kind of seems more like someone that goes with what feels right. And it's possible that people in the council might view him as weak because of that. You kind of see everybody having their own agenda now. You have Corlys, he was talking to Daemon at the end there. It looks like they might venture off to meet the crab feeder, maybe try and get him as an ally. Although that guy doesn't look like he'd be an ally to anybody, to be honest. It looks super messed up. They have their own thing going on. And then Otto, you got to wonder what's his goal. I think he definitely set that up, the relationship between his daughter and the king. And I think that's why he's been pushing her all this time to keep him company. Everybody has their own agenda going on here. But at the same time, you have Daemon, who kind of is breaking tradition because he looks at it like, well, since you named a female heir and that's not in keeping with tradition, I'm going to go about my own rules as well. It makes you wonder what his plan is. Like, on one hand, he talks very ill about his brother, and it seems like he wants to take the throne for himself. But on the other hand, he was kind of sticking up for his brother at the end there when Corlys was talking about him. He made it seem like he was getting married and expecting a child, but then it turns out that that wasn't true, or at least the child part wasn't true. He didn't even actually express a desire to have kids. He was saying something about how they're irritating creatures. So I don't even know if he has any respect for tradition or any allegiance to the realm per se. I feel like his allegiance is more to himself. Daemon and Viserys are sort of alike in that sense. They're kind of both doing what feels right, not necessarily what's best for the realm. And I like what Daemon's girl was saying too. She was talking about how most of her life she's lived in fear. And basically she feels like the way she's been used throughout her years as a prostitute is similar to how Daemon's using her now, kind of for his own gain. And it kind of really paints the dark reality that those in power definitely can use those not in power, kind of like chess pieces, use them as pawns to eventually get what they want. That's kind of what Daemon did there by using her to make himself seem more powerful and get himself closer to getting the throne. And she spoke about living in fear. You could argue that those not in power constantly have to live in fear because they're constantly the subjects of those who are in power. But at the same time, those who are in power also have to constantly live in fear, like the king, because the more powerful you become, the more enemies you make, the more people there are who want what you have. And it's like that one man said, I can't remember his name, but he was talking about how when you're sitting on the highest seat, people at the table around you don't want to have to look up to you. I do again wonder Rhaenys and Corlys what their goal is. Even Rhaenys, she always looks like she has something she wants to say, but she doesn't say that much. And sometimes the characters that say very little are also saying a lot. But we did see her have that conversation with Rhaenyra, telling her the hard truth. Basically, no woman's ever gonna sit on the throne kind of thing. I wonder if Rhaenys was telling her that out of the goodness of her heart, or if she just is envious of the fact that she was never queen. So it remains to be seen if what she's saying is true. Rhaenys, will Rhaenyra become queen? I have a feeling the series is kind of alluding to the fact that she would be queen. Again, it just kind of brings up that whole discussion of tradition versus what feels right. Traditionally, women have not sat on the Iron Throne, but maybe there might be circumstances that allow Rhaenyra to sit on the throne. You could see now that tension is definitely starting to brew within the realm. And it's like Corlys said, if a storm's coming, you can either sail into it or sail around it. So I guess we have to just wait and see what the king has decided to do about that. But I get the sense he's kind of more of a sail around the storm kind of king. Daemon might be a sail into the storm. But anyways, guys, you let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments as always. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, guys. And I will see you next week for an all new episode of House of the Dragon. Until next time, guys, take care and see you soon.